Dearest investors, jury members, and affiliates of the .Next program for entrepreneurial development in frontier technologies, good morning. We would like to thank you all for supporting our affiliates by being here with us today. Listening to our affiliates pitching for their ideas and then listening to your valuable and insightful knowledge. The importance of designing a program to develop national talent by building a successful and sustainable path that can contribute to the labor market with high-level skills which take into account future requirements and self-employability. It also aims at creating new technology-based businesses, jobs, and opportunities to grow the economy and address strategic challenges, and to attract and nurture innovative projects nationally and internationally that will benefit the Sultanate of Oman in the future. In this program, the affiliates were challenged and put through different phases, starting from the online technical courses to the workshops on the latest technical, soft, and entrepreneurial skills, ending with a tech entrepreneurial bootcamp from which the qualified participants to a team shall create and develop their business ideas through mentorship by Salford University and local business persons and launch their startup ideas into the market, where the best 15 ideas will be presented with us today. Kindly allow me to take this opportunity to thank the exclusive sponsor of the .Next program for entrepreneurial development in frontier technology, Occidental of Oman, for their great efforts and continuous support since the launching of the program until today. We would like to also thank the National Employment Program for their generous support of these Omani startup ideas. Before we introduce our valuable jury members, let's share a video with our esteemed guests to demonstrate some nice memories we had with our affiliates.
As you know, hydrogen sulfide in oil and gas is a toxic gas that causes property damage and possibly death. Our idea is to provide pre-measurement, pre-detections, and continuous monitoring as a service, with the data management also, resulting in improving efficiencies of operations and reducing the risk of closure and shutting down. And then the most important is to improve the health and safety for the staff. The platform we are aimed to develop delivers actionable real-time results to our customers, from pilot to productions, and the customer get access to data for faster and better decision. Thank you, .Next, for this opportunity.
All right, so to introduce our esteemed jury members, we have Ayman Al-Zakwani from Madarik platform. We have Saif Al-Abri from Ithqa. We have Ghada Al-Kharousi from CBO, and Mohammed Al-Razbi from OTF, and Osama Al-Farsi from Bank Dhufar Academy, who will be joining us shortly. Thank you all for making some time for these valuable ideas. We thank you. Can we have an applause, please, for them? Before we begin with our dear affiliates, we would like to take this opportunity to thank the University of Salford for the bootcamp workshops and for developing the participants' ideas with our facilitating partner, Al Jaber Company, for supporting and facilitating this bootcamp. Can we have a warm applause for them, please, also? And now, we shall start with our first idea. And I hope you are all excited for these amazing and innovative ideas. The first idea will be Sky Gas Company startup. Can you please approach the stage, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Fuhad Al-Haddabi. I'm a geologist, and I have completed the master program in data scientist during the next phase of .Next. Currently, I am a creative writing in a blockchain solution and services and solution. And for those who don't know it, it's front tech now. So, I don't know. I have no doubt that in the next 4 minutes, from what I have said, something will be changed, like the health and safety of the oil and gas people will be changed, and also some money will be saved, perhaps. So, Yusuf? The health and safety in oil industry is a big thing. And there is like $1 million have been spent in this sectors to ensure the high level of health and safety to their employees and to their property. One of these elements that they do care a lot about is the toxic gas, hydrogen sulfide. I don't know how many of you have been hear of this very harmful gas, but it is colorless, very toxic, and it is, how can I say it? When it's reached the critical amount or concentration, it causes immediate death. And it occurs naturally during the process of extraction of oil and gas, and also it occurs as a byproduct of human waste. I'm not here to tell you or lecturing you about hydrogen sulfide, but I am here to tell you that many people have been lost because of this toxic gas. And also many, and how to say this, a lot of money have been lost in this gas to develop a way of dealing with this gas. So one of this story we have heard in one of the oil operation field is those 3 engineering who have died. And one was survived to tell us a story. And it's not all about the human being, but the cause that the oil and gas have been lost to dealing with this issue. The problem with this gas, when it occurs in high concentration and a critical amount, it leads to shutting down the whole operation of oil and gas. And a lot of you have been known this. If the oil and gas field shutting down per days, they're gonna lose a lot. It's not they're gonna lose only about the operation day only. This will cost them the damage in their equipment, the damage in health and injury. So the problem we are trying to solve is we don't want you to shutting down. Why you are shutting down? Why you are waiting to reach the critical amount of concentration of it to shutting down? And here the idea it comes. Our solution for you, it comes from here. We don't want you guys to shutting down. So we provide you a pre-measurement, a pre-detections, and continuous monitoring. And also a platform that it's the smart platform that it's connected with machine learning and AI to give you a fast and better decision before you go to these to shutting downs. And this is how the way we want to work our idea. So the people who have been working in oil and gas, they know that there is 6 places where they bought a hydrogen sulfide sensor. But I am concerned, I'm focusing only on the drilling and well sites. So they bought the sensor, the hydrogen sulfide sensor in 3 places. And a drilling stand, and a blowout preventer, and crew cabin that control the pressure, the pressure control equipment. So what we are aiming to do is having a mobile sensor, not a fixing one. The mobile sensor with the drone will provide us a continuous monitoring and a pre-measurement. And before the concentration reaching to the critical amount to shutting down, we will have a aerial measurement to do this. And then our data will send to our platform. And our platform then will have analyzing and then modeling the measurement and all the data come with it. And then successfully, we will deal with it. We do this because we don't want you to reach the point of shutting down. And this is the first picture or the first MVP, how to say this, of our platform. However, of course, I have those question marks in your head. Why we do start from this point? Why we think of these problems? One of my colleagues said to me, if oil and gas shutting down per hours, they're losing this amount of dollars. So I was thinking, if that amount of dollar being lost only per hours, how much it will cost them if they are shutting down per days, or how much they are the shutting down event occurs. And we find that with the fixing sensor they are using, they lost this amount of money. And by using our technology, if a pre-measurement, a pre-detection way, they will lose this amount. So the saving will be too much. I mean, from 63 to 42, the amount is so much. Guys, you can invest in this. And why we do think that H2S market is a very a big market, or why it's important? Because globally, not oil and gas field, water measurement, sewage, a lot of field are concerning about the emission of this gas. So globally, 222 they are spending to deal with these problems. And in oil and gas, they're spending this amount. So just thinking of drilling companies, that how much they are spending also. So our competitions, we know those competitors who use the old way or the traditional way of dealing with H2S. But what we are offering is the sensor and a drone. And we know in the market there is a SPAR. How many of you have heard of SPAR? Okay, because they changed in their name. So SPAR, one of the things that we are looking for is they are providing the similar services that we do, gas detection, but it is multi-gas detections. And what we are providing is a single gas detections. So we are consulting. We do this some consulting to one of their clients, and we want to understand their limitations. Why SPAR cannot do single gas detections, and we find that SPAR is they having a platform, but it's not smart enough. We are aiming to provide a platform that's smart enough to have a faster and better decision makings. SPAR focusing in the whole market. We are not aiming to target the whole market. We know the limitations, technology, and all that kind of stuff. We are only aiming to solve H2S problems. And I think our platform is ready to do analyze and modeling on all that kind of stuff. And what's come to my mind that why we are doing this technology now? Because I have found from my research that Mars, which is development and investment, okay, it's one of the company under the Oman Authority investment is funding a SPAR. So if they can find the SPAR, they can find us. Okay, this is our revenue model. We are planning to get our revenue from two different types. One of them is based on a project, and other revenue based on subscriptions. When I'm talking on a project, we're gonna provide you the whole systems with the sensor, drone, platform, and all kind of stuff. And this is our milestone in equity of In return for equity, we are looking for a business partner that he is willing to go with us in an initiate stage, that is only in research and development, launching the company, and they got the permission and they train our teams. So Ali, he was our mentor. He was asking us, why you are guys dealing with the most challenging and difficult sectors? You can go to the water treatment sectors. And I think, and my team think, that we are capable and have the expertise to go and to launch this business. Thank you so much. Please feel free to ask.
So now we'll have the question and answer part of the presentation. So we'll start first with the jury members, if they would like to ask any questions. And then we will move to the investors committee, should they be interested to ask any questions. And for this, we will have, inshallah, 10 minutes. Take your time.
Any question?
تماني يعطيكم العافية. شكرا Sky Gas team. Now I understand that you want to use the sensors, but you will need someone to monitor, correct?
Yes, we are using drone with a sensor.
But you need someone on the other side to monitor.
Yes.
He will be trained.
I already worked in a green bird. Anyone have heard about it? It's a drone company.
So does that person get a trigger? يعني how does it work? The sensor is a technology, right?
Yes.
He will trigger something to someone and the monitoring board.
Yes.
So what happens next?
The data will send immediately to the platform to analyze it.
And then after that?
Then we will have the result, يعني gradual increasing of the concentrations before it reaches the critical amount.
And then when it reaches, يعني if it's about to reach...
We are not giving them the option to reach in the critical amount. Once it gets high, we tell them you need to go to the operations. You need to redoing the things or stop the whole operation. We don't want to reach the critical amount.
Okay, good. And then the second question is, you're talking about a problem, right? Do you have statistics of the number of injuries or deaths?
So we are not allowed to go to this number, but we got this event on 2006 in one of the oil operations field, where 3 engineering was died and 1 survived. And this story have been told to many oil and field employees.
Your target is Omani market first?
Yes, we are aiming to target only drilling and well companies.
Thank you.
As the first things.
Excellent.
Shukran jazilan. My first question, I'm just trying to understand the reason of using drones rather than fixed sensors.
Okay, because it's more mobile, faster, it will give them like an updated result.
In what sense? Because it keeps on moving? Is it an automated drone? Is it manually operated? How does it work?
Usually they do now traditionally the fixing one, and the fixing one have this problem. It's only measured once the concentration is reaching to the criticals. And they don't have this ability to read the pre-criticals measurements. And we want to offer to them the mobile sensor that could give them the concentrations.
Yeah, but wouldn't that work having multi-sensors?
I couldn't understand you. Could you please?
So you can have multi-sensors across, let's say, a field that can measure how severe the levels are of the...
But we think of other faster way to dealing with it. With drone, it will be like only one drone, for example, in one place, then connected with other places. They put the other sensor.
And are you using some kind of an IoT sensor?
Yes. Actually, my colleague Hanan is a drone technology, and she does some research, so she might come here and tell us more. Hanan, could you please join?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Actually, we're still in research and development stage. Until now, we are not sure about the exact sensor which we will use in our project. But there is a sensor called as 4D sniffer MOF. We're still in researching on it. It will do this work for us.
So you're not developing these sensors, it's an off-shelf product?
Yes.
I see. شكرا.
العفو.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام.
شكرا للعرض. What you are addressing is a very critical problem, especially in the oil field sector. Probably anyone who worked in oil field knows the very first training they will do is the H2S training before going to the field. So it's a very important subject, and it's good. My question is actually more about the technology and how you would address the following challenges. In H2S, something very important is the wind. You know, wind direction plays a big role where the gas simply, to which direction it will go, how it will spread, to which extent it will reach, what's its concentration, and everything path that way would obviously be affected. So my question, as the first question is, having drone, how do you think that will resolve this challenge of wind controlling the direction of the H2S? And for that, you need to ensure you have proper coverage. So will you have a 24/7 drone running all the time? Is the drone going to be automated, as my colleagues have asked you? For example, you're thinking that the drone will go back to its station automatically, get charged, while another drone automatically launch and cover for the other one. So you have continuous coverage. So what's your plan in terms of operations?
Okay, I get your question. It is a very excellent question, actually, and we have thinking about it. The drone itself, the technology of the drone is very fresh and new. And we was discussing that the battery lives of a drone, and we are discussing the range of the drones, and we know that what they are facing now is the wind problems. And we have contact with this company, which is an Australian company, and we have tell them these criteria, and they are willing to provide us a customized drone based on our demands. And when it comes to the operations and how we are planning to do it, we know that the life of a drones cannot be 27 hours. We know the limitations. So we are planning to have like a first drone, for example, in first 2 hours during the drillings, then follow it by other drone that will be, and those drones will be controlled automated. Hope this answer your question.
Yeah, so you are going for automated back-to-back drones operation.
Yes.
Okay. Have you taken into consideration which heights the flight goes, to which extent it goes, the surroundings as
yes.
well?
Yes, we do know. We put this in our considerations. We have contact Taqa, we have contact Greenbirds, and they tell us the limitation they have faced now regarding the height, and we put it all in the considerations.
Okay, excellent. You mentioned in your business model you want to do that by project, right? So could you explain your
Do you mean the revenue model?
The revenue model, yeah.
Yeah.
How it will work
okay.
in this case?
First of things, we are providing our solution as the whole service. If you want the sensor with the drone, with the platforms, we could providing all of these for you as a contract. And then you could and how to say this, per call, the service per call. So suppose you have an urgent situations, we could go and deal with your problem, either by using only the sensor or drone, or getting your data, analyzing, and all kind of steps. Another revenue channel is the platform itself, and we know that oil and field gas has been operating for long times, and of course they do have these data, it's like in a big data, and we are aiming to reading these data and analyze it, building a model to tell them that, for example, during this early stage of drillings, you have been using some techniques that cause the emission of hydrogen sulfide, so you could delete this stage, or looking for other alternatives. This is what we are aiming to do with our platform as well.
Okay. My last question regarding the connectivity. Since you are looking to have a platform,
yes,
and are you looking to have a cloud-based solution
yes,
in this case?
Cloud-based.
Okay, so you need to ensure that internet connectivity is available all the time.
Yes.
I'm not sure to which extent internet coverage today is, for example, in Oman, is available in all the field locations. So that could be one of the challenges that you might face. So how would you address this challenge?
Actually, I haven't yet established the way we are dealing with it, but we are aiming to, and I mean it's like an oil and gas operation field. Of course, they will be, they are reaching in a point to provide the connectivity of what you are mentioning. So if we put this limitation in our mind, we were gonna find a solution, of course.
Okay. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
With regards to the development of your solution, how much longer do you think you'll need to be able to actually start your first test? Is it a month, two? How long do you think?
Actually, we have put our initials fund that will cover our research, further research and development, and for our training our teams, further trainings, and also to buy the drone and sensors, and to have the first how to say the first prototype of our platforms. So we think that maybe 34,000 Riyal Omani will be enough for us.
Okay. Well, and with regards to time, how long do you think it'll take?
It will be 6 months,
6 months,
from 4 to 6 months.
Have you secured anything with any potential clients as far as potential pilot projects? Have you done that yet or not yet?
I couldn't hear you. Please, could you raise your voice?
Have you done any? Do you have any potential clients that will be willing to let you test this?
Yes, I have in touch with those clients, and they say that one of them is before 2 weeks. Munira could tell us that they are wanting someone to solve the problem. They are shutting the field, and they want someone to go there, but they couldn't find someone to do it because it's toxic. And we find if we do the drones, it will save them a lot of money. They are shutting for 2 weeks. It's a lot for them.
Okay. With regards, you said something with regards to the only detecting single gas instead of multi. I don't understand why you would do one instead of multi.
Okay, we have those things: single gas detection, multi-gas detections. When you go to single gas detection and only focusing on one problem, when you are dealing with multi-gas detections, you are collecting a lot of data. So if we are concerning to only to do single gas detection, will give us more advantage. It's only focusing on the problem itself.
And the other gases, how big of a problem, the other types of gases?
Of course they are, and of course they are important, but we think that H2S is much, much, much more important.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Alaikum salam.
Thank you very much for the efforts over here. And just to correlate the question that's been asked from my colleague, is that have you managed to get the preliminary cost, or let's say the operating cost that you require to start your business with?
Okay, let me I couldn't understand you at first. Could you?
Okay, how much do you require to start your operations to make the project run?
Okay. Adding the first stage and second stage, I think we need 1 million.
Okay, is it already been defined for how long you need the 1 million and where it is distributed?
Yes, we have put it in 2 stages, and the final stage will be the one that we will operate it. So the first stage will be for research, for our team to buy the equipment and to do all the stuffs. The second stage will be testing our systems, doing much more other research, and also building our platforms, like finalize the platform itself. And once we have done all of these stages, we are gonna ready to take a contract.
Okay, and with that, how long it will take you to make the break even?
The breaking out, you mean?
The break even, yes.
We are aiming to have 7 contracts from drilling companies, so as in first year. And the second year, we are aiming to increase the number. So if we got, for example, how to say this, 20 maybe contracts in both subscriptions and contracts, we will aiming to break out.
So you require 20 companies that will help you to break out.
We are requiring what?
You said that the first year, you're already having 7 companies already ready, yeah?
Yes.
So for the second year, you're requiring 20, so you can reach the break even, yeah?
Yes.
So over here now we're saying that for the second year, you require 20, that makes you to reach the break even.
It's not 20. I could say to you, if we go from 7 to 20, we will be able to make the breakout. How many drilling company here is in Oman? How many rigs? Okay. Too much.
Okay. All right. And meaning that you've clarified. So at the third year, you start making profit.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Are any of the investors also interested to ask? Fahud, please, you're not finished yet.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, from what I know about hydrogen sulfide, that it is denser than air,
Yes.
and which is forcing the particles to go at the bottom, or to be at the bottom. So, why did you choose drones? Because the drones also gonna push the air down below more, and they're gonna affect the reading of the sensors. So that's question number 1. Question number 2, if you have a drone, like if you have a 24/7 drone running to read the data, you're reading 1 point of space at a time. And you don't know what's gonna happen in the next point, or the point you just passed after 2 minutes. Why this, or reading using drones is more efficient than using a fixed sensors on the bottom? And the third question, have you considered a scouting robot, like that can read if, let's say, there's some danger and the place has been evacuated? So would you consider having a scouting robot as a vehicle that could have a reading from the bottom of the rig or drilling space? I don't know.
So regarding the third questions, we have thinking that we are not having only one drones to running 24/7. We know that it's impossible. The other options we have thinking about it. Your second questions regarding.
Almost forgot this. Oh,
Same.
so the question was about the you have a drone running all the time. Like whenever a drone come back to the base, then another drone continue reading the place.
Yeah.
And that could be a power consumption higher than having a fixed sensor.
I think yes.
Okay, then how about the first question as well?
About
regarding the density of.
Actually, from what we have researched, the H2S it's much more lighter than other gases. So I don't know how this would affect the drone operations or would work.
Okay, but from my research, like, it shows that it's actually denser, causing it to go to the bottom. And also from what I heard about it, the trainings, for example, they are advising the employees to go to the highest point just because
Okay, I
it is
got you.
heavier.
Yes, yes, yes. I have this research about these cases when you have like an open holes during the operations. When you have extractions, then you will open other holes. Whereas there, the H2S condensing in that area. I got you. And you are right. Actually, you are right. I'm the wrong. And yes, we will do more research, inshallah, and we will put this limitation in our mind. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Shukran.
I have looked into the entire business case and I respect all the questions, but just to highlight, we understand this is an idea. So the idea to be mature, it requires more time. There is from optimization and efficiency. I could see you are focusing only, not in most of the odor gases, you are focusing on only H2S. And if you are focusing on only H2S, there is another gases which you have to look at, CO, CO2, NH, and all these gases. So if I am using this one for surveillance and monitoring, I better have a single drone. Why I have many drones? Okay. If I am using this drone for rescue, because and mostly H2S happens in closed areas. Yes. In open areas, you have a different reading, like what the gentleman stated. And in Oman, we have cases. I have faced cases. I used to be in higher water. We used to have so many cases in this one. There is also a good business case with ADNOC H2S cases. If you refer it, you have a good cases. But my main questions, did you look at the material which you are going to use in the drone? What type of material? Because the current drones can be easily get corrosions because of the type of the materials. Okay. Yeah. Did you think about the material which going to use on this one?
Yes, we have thinking about it. The current drone, the famous drone, we have Mavic and Matrice, as you know. And as you said, yes, they get crushed easily. But we are thinking, we are contacting those Euroma, and they are willing to provide us a customized drone based on what we are wanting.
Okay. For me as an investor, if I inject 100K, that is a USD or Omani Riyal?
No, it's a dollar.
It's USD, US dollars.
Yeah.
And that is within, I saw you have divided to two, one is 6 months, another one is another 6 months.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your initial basis? This is related to only manpower, this is related to research and development, this is to what exactly?
I have mentioned this. It's regarding research and development and training our teams and then testing our idea.
But how about the POC, proof of concept?
Still we haven't thinking about it, but we're gonna think about it.
Okay, what I think that should come in phase 1, otherwise this has become as a research paper.
Yes.
And as a research paper, will not help me as an investor to take an early decision. Otherwise, I have to wait for 1 year to understand whether that theoretical paper is realistic or not. So please, if you consider that one for investors to understand how much for a POC to come in front and how much it's required.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's it.
Thank you, Fahud, very much.